Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to be carrying out a replacement of the front discs and pads on the BMW 1 Series along with the wear sensor. So thanks for stopping by. Let's get it jacked up, get it on a stand and get this wheel off. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is replacing the brake pads. I've got a set of Mintex brake pads here. These are a decent bang for buck. They're a good pad for normal road use, and they're not too expensive. They're quite reasonably priced. Brake pad wear sensor. There's only one of these on the front. You only have it on one side, and it's on the passenger side on this car. The wear sensor does need replacing every time you replace the discs. No point in trying to scrimp on these. They're only about a £5. Just replace it when you replace the discs, because you've got to reset the counter in the car once we've carried out the replacement, and to make sure that everything works fine and that the car doesn't throw up an error. So we will replace that as well, and the discs themselves. These are, again, Mintex. They're a premium. These are a premium disc. As you can see, they've got a nice painted coating on them. I'm assuming it's probably zinc galvanization or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, or it might just be paint actually. I'm not 100%. However, the reason I went for these is because these look nicer behind the wheels for longer. The hub itself doesn't go all rusty the second you drive it in the rain. They stay looking a little bit nicer behind the wheels. So that said, what we're going to do is strip the old parts off the car. I'm going to do the driver's side first, so I'm not going to use the brake pad wear sensor on this side. However, when I do the other side, I will film the process of actually swapping that out, just for those of you who haven't seen it before. Okay, happy days. Let's crack on and get the old bits off the car. Okay then, first things first, what we need to do is we need to remove the caliper in order to be able to get the disc off. So, holding the caliper to the hub carrier, two 18mm bolts, one here and one under here. And what we're going to do, what I've done is I've steered the wheels to the near side so that I can get good access with the breaker bar, because these will be tight. So let's get the breaker bar on, crack them off like so, and the same with the bottom one. There we go. Right, now get in there with our ratchet and we can pull them out. One, and two. Okay, right then, what we need to do is just push the piston back ever so slightly. As there's a lip around the disc, there's a slight lip around the disc, the pads won't want to come past the lip. So what I did was I just gave it a slight twist, and that just pushed the piston in enough to give a bit of clearance. So there we go. So there's the caliper off. These pads aren't too bad. There's a fair bit of meat in them. Not too bad at all, really. But to be fair, the discs are pretty shot away. So what I'm going to do is just pop that up there for a second. I'm going to get some string, and I'm going to tie the caliper up to the spring just to keep the strain off of the hose. You don't want to hang the caliper off the hose, because the hose isn't designed to take that kind of weight, and it can damage it, and then obviously we'll be in a world of problems. So what I'll do, get some string, just tie the caliper up to the spring, and it'll take the weight. Okay then, so the caliper is tied up to the spring. No weight on the hose, so that's all good for the moment. What we're going to do is concentrate on the disc for now. So the next thing I need to do is we need to remove this bolt here, and then that's the disc is then free to be removed from the hub. It'll probably be a little bit rusted on, so it might need a good tap with a hammer to get it off. It doesn't matter if we damage this, it's the old disc anyway. Okay, so let's get that bolt cracked out. Now the problem with these is they can be very tight and they do like to round. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get a little bit of heat into it, and then hopefully that'll come out without too many problems. Probably do. There's a nice bit of heat coming off that, so let's give it a go. There we go. Beautiful. That'll be really hot, so let's put that down there. Okay, yeah, so the disc is on that hub nice and snug. It's not going to want to come off, so I'm going to get a big hammer, give it a good smack, and that should drop it off the hub. Okay, so good lump hammer. There we go. She's off. So that's scrap. Let's put that on the scrap pile. All the bits of rubbish that fall out with it. Okay. Set that down to one side. Now, as you can see, there's loads of rubbish and rust in here. So what I'm going to do, get my wire brush, give it all a good clean up. That way this has been nice and clean, because you don't want any rubbish in on this face, because if you do, the disc won't sit flush. So I'll give it a good clean up, and then we'll look at getting the new disc on. Okay, good wire brush, just round the hub. All of that rust and rubbish removed. And then my wipes, get them in there. And there we go, that's nice and clean. Lovely. Okay then, so now we've got all of that cleaned up, we're ready to put the disc on. There's the bolt hole. There's the bolt hole. So let's get the new disc off it up. And then what we'll do, fit refit the bolt. And that'll hold the disc in place. And there we go. Okay. That's the new disc. Simple as that, right? Now then, let's move on to the pads. Okay, right, now I can cut the string. Bring that out of the way. Right then, what we need to do is remove the pads from the caliper. So the easiest way to do that is remove the spring clip. They can be a bit awkward. Come on. There we go. Same on the other side. Just like that. Now these are consumable items. This one's okay. It was retaining quite well. They can go a little bit weak, but they're not expensive to replace if you need to. But this one's fine, so I'm not gonna replace it on this occasion. Right, there we go. What we'll do: slide the two caliper halves apart, just like that. Look, and as you bring it in, the pads will basically fall out. The same on the inner one. And there we go. Yeah, they're not too bad. There's a bit of life left in them, but obviously you don't use old pads on a new disc. It's a silly thing to do. Right, what we're going to do next is give the two caliper parts a good clean with a wire brush. Make sure that all the rubbish is out, all the corrosion is gone. As you can see, there's quite a bit of brake dust in here. Get all that out of there. And straight away they look a lot better. A lot better. Yeah. Okay, right, next step. Next step we need to do is retract the piston. Now, the way I like to do that is with a set of Stilsons. Just give them a gentle squeeze, like so. As you can see, it's going in quite nicely. Now, one thing to make sure when you do this is that your brake fluid reservoir doesn't overflow, because obviously as the piston comes out, more and more brake fluid is required in the system in order to maintain the disc, the pad against the disc. So obviously over time you may top up your brake fluid, and if you've done that, then when you do this it may overflow from the reservoir, so be mindful of that, because you don't want brake fluid pouring all over the inside of your engine bay, because it is corrosive and it would damage the paintwork. So there we go. So we're in a position now to put the two parts back together. Come on, get together. There we go. There we are. Right, next we do is fit the pads. Okay, so one with the spring, that spring fits inside the piston, so let's get that one in. Need to get the tabs at each side under the runners, give it a push and it'll pop in. It does take a bit of force to get it in, but it will go in. So the other one without the spring on the back, and that one will go this side. Again, making sure that the tab ends sit neatly on the caliper runners. Can be a bit awkward, but it will go in. Come on. There we go. Went in with a nice pop. Okay. So that is the pads fitted to the caliper. What we can do now is pop that back on over the disc, fit the bolts to hold the caliper in place, top one and bottom one. There we go. Right, let's get the clip on. Just like so. And it'll click when it's in place. Now all that remains is for me to to tighten the bolts. And there we are. That'll do nicely. Now, one thing we've got to do before we drive the car is press the brake pedal just to reset the piston and push the pad out against the disc so that it's seated where it needs to be. Otherwise, the first time you drive it, you'll get to the first junction, you'll go to press the brakes and the pedal will go down because there'll be no resistance. So always remember to do that before you drive the car. Okay, so that's the first side done. What I'm going to do next is the other side. When I get to the stage with the brake pad sensor, I will film that so that you can see that. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Not a particularly taxing job. But yeah, the braking of the car should be greatly improved. Okay, anyway, I'll pop in the replacement of the wear pad sensor right here. Okay, as you can see here, this is the reason why you should replace brake pad wear sensors when you replace the pads, because they are so brittle that they fall apart if you try and remove it from the pad. It was sat in the pad much like that, and just me trying to pull it out and it fell apart, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why you replace them. So they're routed like so. That part there sits behind the dust cover for the bleed nipple, so pop it off like that, take it out of that bracket, bring it round here, open that cover, and there you go. You can see the connector, pull it out, pull it all round, and then to do that you just squeeze it in. He says squeeze it in, come on, there we go. Squeeze it in, and there it is removed. Let's get a new one. Try and get it out of the bag, come on. Okay, so all we need to do is look at the orientation of the plug. It goes in like so, till it clicks. Feed that round the back there. That one goes into that bracket, put the plug in there, close the little cover down, like so, then feed it back round here, making sure you go on the inside of the anti-roll bar link, not on the outside of it. Pop it back in that bracket. Remember, that bit goes in the bleed nipple, but what we'll do first is just feed it in to the brake pad, a little clip into place, just like so, just like that, nice and secure, and then that bit comes up and sits in there, like so. Simple as that. So there you go, that is the discs and pads replaced on the BMW 1 Series, along with the wear pad sensor. So thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully you found it quite informative. If you enjoyed the video, then please give me a like, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment in the comment below, and I'll see you all again for the next video. Thank you very much, bye bye.